Hello everybody, welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings. But before we do anything else here in the Premier Division, let's have a look at the Championship standings, because in P1 is P. Walters ahead of Medium Pilot in P2. Then there's Nolan in P3, James Braden is in P4 and Nicomania is in P5. Sam is in P6, Glock, who has left the league, is in P7. Mike TMR is in P8. Jill, we still haven't worked that name out, is in P9. Mike Bundy is in P10. Apparently I can't read tonight. Verstappen is in P11, Raikkonen is in P12, and Chen Guangwao is in P13. Ollie is in P14, Honey Badger is in P15, Primera is in P16, Gasly is in P17, Fotio is in P18, and then Virgil is in P19 and Torpedro is in P20. Let's have a look at the championship standings for the constructors. We have Williams in P1 ahead of McLaren in P2, Haas is in P3, Racing Point is in P4, Alfa Romeo is in P5, Renault is in P6, Mercedes is in P7, Red Bull is in P8, Toro Rosso is in P9, and Ferrari still struggling to get off the mark in P10. But I'm not on my own tonight. I'm joined by the Swede that works. It is Fefster. Hello, Felix.
Hello, Jack. How are you?
I'm sick. I don't know if you can tell. I'm masquerading it, but right now my sinuses feel like they're clogged up worse than Robert Kubica's inbox.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
You think that his inbox is clogged up when he's leaving F1?
Oh, yeah. So if you don't know, there's been a bit of F1 news. Haas have all got incredibly high, and they've decided that they're going to keep Grosjean in the team for God knows what reason. And Kubica has decided to leave Formula 1. So off to DTM with you, Robert. We'll see you later. And what on earth are Haas thinking? Hello, Sam.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, I read something that Hulkenberg actually turned down an offer from Haas.
I don't know how true that is. People are now saying that they think that the Ocon signing came out of nowhere for Hulkenberg, which would make sense, and now Haas dumping him in a way. So the choices are: go to Williams and pray that Claire gives him a seat. When Nicholas Latifi is in the background, he's ready to come in. He's quick.
Yeah, he is.
Or go to WEC, which would be entertaining to see him in endurance racing. He's done it before. He has actually won Le Mans. Everyone forgets that, but he has won Le Mans. So he has won a race and stood on the podium at somewhere. Or there are a couple of seats still available in Formula E, or at least ones that we don't know about that have been confirmed. There's 3 that are unconfirmed. We know one of them is gone. We know that one's been filled by a driver. They just haven't updated the list. Or they haven't publicly said it. We know he's full. And there's 2 teams in Neo, in Formula E. So where would you like to see our happiest Hulkenberg go? Grosjean is not good, Steve Pasley.
Maybe Grosjean was good back in the day, but I think he's lost it.
I don't think so. He's brought in to cover over Nelson Piquet after Piquet left Renault. Well, Antero mostly got fired when he started working with the FIA. I don't think so. I think Grosjean is he's not. Magnussen's better.
Yeah, Magnussen's a lot better.
Kevin's better in the bathroom as well with me. Spoilers. It's Big Jan. Ding dong, hello. It's not.
Just a quick plug for DTM though. We're going to Sweden next year.
Yeah, well, you know what? Next year they're also talking about going over to Silverstone, swapping brand tax for Silverstone. So, yeah, I'll do a quick plug for DTM because I might end up marshalling it next year.
Yeah, and I definitely will end up going to watch it.
I think as we begin the commands are ready up and head over to trackside, yeah, I'd marshal it. I'd marshal DTM. They're absolutely, there's words in between what I'm saying. They're absolutely, they're mental. I've seen them. I've seen Paul di Resta. I've seen how he has a strop whenever he fails in DTM. But, you know, when doesn't he have a strop? Anywho, off the subject of mildly better racing, welcome to Premier. This is France. You didn't get a race here though, did you, Felix?
No, I got caught up with work and I missed the race. I missed it by 5 minutes, I think.
Yeah, we felt awful, but you know, we just couldn't. The Haas car had been fooled, you know. But to be fair,
Yeah, I mean, that was fair enough for not waiting. I mean, I wasn't sure, and then I was on the bus home, and I was like, oh, maybe I can make it, and then I was like, nope, I'm not gonna make it.
yeah. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed watching GP3 nonetheless.
Yeah, it was a great race.
Really was entertaining. I had less of a good race in GP2. Damaged the nose
Yeah,
of my
I didn't
car.
get to watch yesterday actually, but
Yeah, I damaged
did you
the
manage
front
to score
end.
any points?
No, we finished P16, like a Williams should.
Yeah,
No,
very realistic from you.
I damaged my nose on the back of Golden Crimson, and then unknowingly I pitted the same lap as my teammate. So the race was over essentially from that point.
You had a new teammate yesterday, didn't you?
I did, and he did as well as he did last time, but we all got a bit moody. But you know, we still got races to go in the season. We're a long way from the end of the season, so still chances for me to get points.
Halfway.
No, there's still chances for me to get points before I leave. Who's on comms with me? This is Felix. He's my friend. He's my imaginary friend who I secretly do a full Swedish voice while I'm doing it. So yeah, I can also laugh when I'm talking. It's amazing. I have a puppet.
I mean, Pastor should know by now. I mean, we've raced together.
This is Fefster. He's on commentary with me every week, at least once. Where he brings me many little.
It's been that way, hasn't it?
Yeah. Little Swedish treats, little tidbits about how much Rallycross is better than Formula One, and how much I agree.
Rallycross is really good.
Honestly, British Rallycross was great because the circuit for British Rallycross, it's the same as World Rallycross, but it's such a small track. There's only one grandstand. I got to sit in that grandstand at school. Where I was, I could see the whole track and I could see the pit lane. For 64 races, I sat in that one seat, watched all the races because I could see them set it up, and then there was no waiting time. There's no downtime except for lunch. It was so fun.
Yeah, Rallycross is really great.
Love
it's really fun.
But yes. Anyway. On the subject of our dear friends, well, hold on. What do you think about this track? I mean, I'll probably ask you that on Monday, but this track is really fun to drive when you're not at the back in P16 doing nothing.
It's just a way of life, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a way of life when you're in a Williams. But yes, where do you think the biggest time gains can be, my dear? That is the Yoda Felix. I'm asking.
I think Sector 1 you can gain a lot of time if you get it right. Like, you can lose probably a couple of tenths if you miss the apex in turn 1. Or you can gain a couple of tenths if you get it right. And then, I think, what is it, corner 6, 7 when out on the straight?
Yep.
Where you can also gain a lot of time if you get the traction right.
Hello, Sensor Gaming. How are you doing? As we look at Laserlord in the Williams, what can he do? As we get a little bit, his rear end's not very happy in the Williams, is he? On the medium compounder tyres.
Laserlord is a reserve, right?
Yes, reserving from the GP2 division. Come up there. It's where I normally found. But you see a couple of drivers getting close together. The Mercedes and the Ferrari and the Haas. Gilles getting out the way as Virgil is going to have to think about getting out of the way, and he does. Look at that. Very respectful.
That's what you expect from the Premier drivers, isn't it?
Ooh. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about the pit lane there. Through the final corner now on later Lord's time, the GP2 driver, no energy recovery whatsoever, crossing the line, and he goes P1 at 1:31.9 on the medium compound tyres. Let's see, as the floodgates now open to every driver launching out for new ones. James Hook saying that he didn't like this track on F1 2018, but on 2019 it's better. Oh, he didn't like it on Korea either. Gasly going fastest, a 1:31.0. Greek driver. As we look at King David pulling straight into pit lane. I like this track. I like this track if I don't BJB it, because God, I'm slow. Here's P. Walters, championship leader, crossing the line is P2 on the hard compound tyres. That's a monstrously quick time on the hards. Look at that.
It is, yeah. Very good lap. Virgil coming through the chicane or just exiting towards Signé.
I love Senior. I love it. Just if you haven't seen Monday's stream, watch Monday because you just see basically every lap me and Felix just losing our mind over who was it? DCG in GP4. He was just overtaking everyone in Senior.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Really, really impressive.
How long does the pit lane take? I think the pit lane's about 21 seconds. Do you agree, Felix?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I think they cut a lot of time off it with a new entry.
Still incredibly dangerous, though. Virgil crossing the line, P2.
Yeah.
Whoa! Gilles immediately up there. A 1:29.8. Lagging his way round. It's a 93 car. Ooh, lots of lag. There's Verstappen. Coming around the final corner now, got a bit of toe off medium pilot, DRS opening on the Red Bull Honda, crossing the line, it's P6. It's funny.
Also a good lap on the hards.
It's funny that Red Bull have, as we look at Fotio pulling into the pits, funny that Red Bull have got Aston Martin as a title sponsor, yet Honda as an engine. When you've never seen, that's a proper American style name, isn't it? It's
Aston
like the
Martin Red Bull Racing Honda.
Yeah, it's like if you look at the what was it? I'm trying to think of the full name of Alexander Rossi's car. It's the Andretti Autosport Napa Honda Autosports number 27.
Oh my god!
It's
going to be like the
on planet Earth.
I think, what is it? Arrow McLaren Smith Peterson for next year.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah. See, I like the Smith Peterson squad. I like that. I like McLaren, as everyone knows. But crikey, the IndyCar guys cannot just. They had to name every sponsor on it. That's the thing. Because it's such a big brand deal. Other than just having it on the car, it's everywhere. You know, like if Lewis had won a race in say 2010, and he'd been in an IndyCar, and he had been in the McLaren Vodafone car, would have been the McLaren Vodafone Mercedes, obviously, or the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes. But he, as medium pilot, goes P3. He would have to have thanked Vodafone when he won the race as well.
Yeah, but I heard an interview with Marcus Ericsson on. I think it was after his podium in Detroit. He did an interview with the Swedish F1 podcast.
Yeah.
And they kind of asked him about that because it's very different in America compared to like what we see in the Formula One. They don't say the sponsor names or anything. But apparently they don't have to do that. They kind of just do it because the sponsors love it.
I mean, I like a pretty pink pony, but I don't get one.
Yeah, you know, that's just life, I guess.
Such is life. That is the most Swedish statement I've ever heard Felix say. I want something.
And I want $1 million, but you know.
And I want to drive a Formula One car, but I'm fat.
Actually, you can here in Sweden. Actually, with the track where they're going to do DTM next year, you can pay about £1,500 and you can get to drive a Rosberg's Formula One car from I think 2006.
Okay.
And you get
Yeah.
to drive like a Formula Renault to prepare, and then you get to drive a couple of laps in the F1 car. I think it's just a chassis. I think the engine is from what were they called? World Series 3.5 or something.
Yeah. So it's just the aerodynamics. Well, that'd be interesting. Yeah,
I think
as you can tell,
I think it's still quick.
well, I should assume it's still quick. Crikey. Yeah, Kaniva, we're not serious. We're not. We'll have a laugh at a joke, but as soon as the racing gets down, King David though, who's a GP2 driver, going up to P2. Look at that.
Yeah. Where did that come from? Well done.
Yeah, he needs to get his helmet sorted. That green, and that's Ricardo helmet there. But yeah, that's a whopping great black time. But as we go on board with the Alfa Romeo, the Indian driver Makiro Sensor, what are we thinking on strategy though? Because those soft tyres, as we've seen all week, they're not very good, and we've seen the hard tyres, they're not very good either, are they, Felix?
Oh, but the medium tire seems fantastic.
Do. So, we're actually going to put...
We saw on Tuesday, Sven doing, I think, 20 laps on the medium tires. I don't know how he did that.
There's so much difference in different setups that we got. Could the top 10 on hard, but drifting... Oh, Robin saying could have been top 10 on hard, but drifted wide at turn 13, sorry. So that's Shane Gainwell giving us a small update on what happened to his lap, why he's in P12. Through the chicane at the Mistral Straight. Mercurial's
really
rear end
these
doesn't
small
look fun.
updates we get in the comments from the drivers.
Yeah, I love that. It's like if we have radio messages. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
I think
they introduced some sort of team radio in the F1 esports.
They did. I think it's because you have like a driver's coach as well.
Yeah, like a team boss for the teams. It's really cool.
I think if they added something like that in F1 as a whole in the game, they'd have to make it so your mic's in a separate channel, so your own channel, and then the spectator selects it so you can hear it, and then it'd be too complicated. And plus Codemasters coming on a normal game, Mercurial going P11, just outside the top 10 on the hard compiler tyres. Dropping one Alfa Romeo for another.
Is where you want to be.
It is, isn't it? You gotta be around that area to have fresh tyres and know that you can catch up as the yellow flags are waving. I wonder what's happened to Mercurial. Let's have a look at him. Where's he gone? Oh, he's straight line in the corners.
I think he was getting out of the way for Focio, his teammate.
Straight line in the corners when he's behind Focio?
Oh.
Look at this part of the track. Look at it. I like this track. This is nice. This is very nice.
You remember the glitch in time trial from last year's game?
Yeah. Do you remember when the track should have gone this way instead of through the chicane?
Yeah.
If you don't know, right, in SFL we don't allow drivers to do that. You get warning, then you'll be getting a qualifying ban if you keep doing it. You keep getting spotted. And me and Felix find it a little bit fun just to sit here and just laugh at the drivers as they do it. Because it's like, what time are you going to gain? Well, I understand if you're outside the top 10, you're just shredding those tyres for no reason. But if you're inside the top 10 and you're doing it, you're just destroying your tyres.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's in a rush to get back to the pit lane either. It's like,
you've got 5 minutes, you've got 8 left.
Doing?
Anywho, so current pole sitter is Gilles in P1 ahead of David in P2 and Laserlord in P3. 2 GP3 drivers, and guess who is in P4? A GP4 driver, I believe. No, GP3 driver is in P4. So the first real Premier driver is actually P5, P Volters. If you're looking at Raikkonen, that is a shocker over there, isn't
Gilles is a Premier driver, no?
He is. What am I on about? Gilles is a Premier driver. I can only apologise. See, this is why I have my puppet. I mean, Felix next to me. He knows what he's doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Lee's instantly on it. Look at that. Race director read out immediately straight on saying, I've messaged you about the corner cuts. Thank you, Lee. So, you see, that's Lee's attempt to say just, oh, that's been noted. P3 for Raikkonen! And you'd expect that from the Frenchman.
Where's for?
Oh, seems to have lost Felix's mic for a second. Felix, can you repeat that? Oh, hold on. We've lost him for a bit longer. Oh, he's lagged out. We will get Felix back into the session to join us. Just give me a moment. I should be able to invite him via this. No? Okay. Oops. Hello, Daniel. Okay, so it doesn't seem like we have Felix in the game anymore. If any Premier driver are in the pit lane at this moment, can you invite, and you're listening to the stream, please invite Felix Fester. We appear to have lost him. I will quickly invite him back to the commentary booth. Whoa! Sorry, just opened up my chat and I just saw that Raikkonen's apparently under vodka. So that's interesting. Felix is saying he'll be back in a second, so that would be good. Hopefully he can reuse the same microphone. Looking at Verstappen now in the Red Bull, looking to cross the line. P8 for the for I believe he's Dutch. Well, of course Verstappen's Dutch, but I don't know who the player's nationality is. Here's Nolan. Nolan, who's on a charge right now, had a few good events in the Mercedes, coming down towards the Mistral Straight. DRS open on the 53 car as he dumps and dashes. What words am I looking for? Bumps and bashes his way down towards it, and we have Felix for joining us.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I was just about to invite you. I can't invite you back to session, which is slightly worrying.
Oh, that's not good.
No, I have asked to see if there's any drivers that have listened, if they can send me an invite. Send you an invite, but we don't know. Mike Bundy currently in P10, looking still at no. Very packed grid. If not, we might have to have Felix just do commentary on the phone. So we have to be covering SFO, covering what we've already seen, which gets slightly more difficult, doesn't it, Felix?
Yeah, it's not an optimal situation.
Nolan about to cross the line now. It's P3 on the medium compound tyres. What an amazing lap for the man on the mediums. Man on the move as Mike Bundy has started his lap. Whoa, that pink helmet looks beautiful in that car, actually. Oh, Fokio retired and someone's gone straight on. It looked to be Mercedes. It looks to be Raikkonen and he's going straight on, but it looks like he's just getting out of the way. There's no... Wow! Mike Bundy on a charge right now with his pink helmet. I love that helmet. As you see, drivers getting out of the way. I'm fine with people getting out of the way like that, but what I'm not fine with is Raikkonen on an outlap, going out that far wide and cutting the corners. Still looking at Mike Bundy, though. On board with the former GP2 champion coming towards the chicane. And Felix is sitting here praying that someone will invite him.
Yeah, I'm just wishing for an invite at the moment.
Which really sucks because Felix and me... Oh, the toe! They planned it! They absolutely planned it! And what a good job from the Renault guys, because Honey Badger on an outlap has actually just given the hell of a toe to Mike Bundy coming through towards Senior. So now it's all up to you, Mr. Bundy. What can you do as yellow flags rage in every sector of the track?
Very good work from the Renault team there.
Here from the SFR pad, we have our own version of Anthony Davidson sat next to us and he's Swedish. DRS opening on Mike Bundy's car. Coming towards the line is P10 for the former GP2 champion. But that's not safe, is it? He could get knocked out of the top 10 very easily.
Yeah, he could. Mike Bundy's really struggling here with the Premier drivers, isn't he?
I think he is. If I was quick, I'd swap seats with him, but I'm not, so you can say it. Looking out at Mercurial once more. King David retiring in P2. He's looking confident. Here's Sem. He's 40 thousandths up on his time in Sector 2. That will not put him in the top 10, though. He's still got a lot of time to find as we're looking at the Dutch driver in the McLaren. No, it's not Nick de Vries, because Nick de Vries never actually made it to driving in a McLaren. But he now drives a Mercedes in Formula E. Nice helmet, though, as well. But what can... Tell you a joke in a minute, Felix. What can Sem do? Sem coming through the final couple of quarters now into turn 15, turning through the apex, perfectly driven, powering towards the line. Will just getting him into the top 10. It's going to be close. It is P10 knocking Mike Bundy out and right next to his teammate. The championship leader who's looking for pole position right now. Gasly decides that he can't go any further in the racing point. Here's P. Walters getting a nice toe off the Mercedes, just gonna power towards the line. Can he get pole position here in France? The German does get provisional pole position right at the end. Mercurial, wow, there's damage. There's damage on from a Renault. There's big damage on someone's car. It's Honey Badger. He's had an accident. But that's
I think
it.
Mike Bundy won't be too unhappy with P12 there.
That is it, though. Honey Badger qualifying in P17. Such a few people. Oh, the drivers immediately coming into chat are aggressively upset. So, the Frenchman beaten out by the German on home soil. I'm not going to make that joke. P. Walters is in P1 ahead of Gilles in P2. Stam is in P3. King David is in P4. Nolan is in P5. And Laserlord is in P6. Raikkonen is in P7. Gasly is in P8. And Mercurial Caesar is in P9. Verstappen rounding up the top 10. Outside the top 10 are free tyre choice. Stem is in P11. Bundy is in P12. Media Pilot is in P13. Virgil is in P14. Chengo Wa is in P15. Nicomania is in P16. Honey Badger in P17. Fotio is in P18. James Braden in P19 and Odiol is in P20. Whew, that was fun.
Yeah, interesting qualifying session. Very difficult to commentate on it while you're a couple of seconds behind.
Well, nonetheless, now we have an instant camera.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, this isn't an ideal situation, mate, I'm sorry. But yet. So, do you want to hear a joke?
Yes, please.
Mercedes Formula E have hired Stoffel Van Dorn and Nick de Vries as their drivers for Season 6 of Formula E. I wonder if McLaren are aware that they stole their drivers.
I think they are. I think they're well aware.
It's just... I love Formula E. That Mercedes, though, it's such a disappointment. I don't know if you've seen it, the livery.
Yeah, a bit of a dull livery, isn't it?
Well, it's just Mercedes F1 on a Formula E car, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a disappointment. So, formation lap time for all the drivers, and Felix is going to be having some fun watching the pit stops tonight.
I will, yeah.
You're our man. You're Ted Kravitz right now, aren't you?
That's not a bad gig, is it?
No, you just do the W series as well. Tell you what, if they're following DTM, they'll probably end up doing what's it called? You'll probably end up going to Sweden as well. Ooh.
Yeah, they should be doing that. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It looks like I wonder if we've got a level of distance between Stam and Nolan. No, it looks fine now. They're using all the road and then some to heat the tyres up on the Mistral Straight. And Pete Walters, the 95 car in the McLaren, is looking very comfortable to hopefully take another win this season. But he's got to go up against a couple of Frenchmen, a couple of open Frenchmen on the track, and Raikkonen as well, who is also French. And Nolan's French as well. Well, Nolan is French-Spanish, so there's a degree of it. So those drivers, Felix, they're going to go for it, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. I think Nolan is looking really good here, to be honest, on the medium tires.
He said
from what we've seen earlier in the week.
We said in qualifying a 29.9 was possible. Yeah. On the medium tyres in qualifying, sorry.
Yep.
I had to breathe.
Yeah.
I don't normally have to. I do have an extra set of lungs hidden somewhere. As we're looking at the McLaren of P. Walters lining up now towards the line. I'd ask Felix who you're looking at, but Felix, who are you tipping to have a good race tonight?
Nolan will have a good race probably. Waters is still very quick. Gilles is also very quick.
I
Also
think
interesting to see Stan, what he can do.
I
He's
think
really
Verstappen
quick.
is one to watch as well.
Oh yeah, yeah,
All right.
definitely.
So, let's go and play. Heading towards 5 red lights. I'll be following us through the obviously the stop procedure because I'm streaming. Hello, and yeah, so we'll go for it. So I asked Felix who he's looking at, but we can't do that. So Felix is going to have to be commenting a little bit far behind. This might be an odd commentary session for Felix, but we're heading towards 5 red lights here for round I think 7 of the championship. Lights are on, the lights are out. It's a good start from the McLaren as the drivers all fly away off the line. The Mercedes actually dropping down a little bit. And the Haas James Braden poking out. The Red Bull of Verstappen battling with Sem. As you see, Gilles trying to fight through to P1 as they all go barreling through. Oh, and Williams is round! It's Laserlord! I can't catch him. Is there any there's big damage with Mercurial Caesar as well. And drivers all driving like it's the last race of the weekend, and it is the last race of the week. And they're all coming through towards the Mistral Straight now. They're all close together. There's almost contact between Cheng Wow and Nicomania as they run up towards the straight for the first time. And P. Walters not totally unchallenged. Gilles is lagging his way behind the McLaren. And that's not good to see, especially for King David, who's actually seeing him as disconnected right now. I think Gilles' lag is absolutely mental. Is this pre-recorded live? This is live. Apparently people are saying as they go side by side, Frusinia for the first time. Nolan making a move on lap 1, Frusinia, well done to him. Felix, according to people, they're saying that they can you can join through the friends list.
Yeah, I saw that, but it's I think it's a session is invite only.
So, Felix, what have you seen so far as we see Fotio getting it all wrong on the rear end as he slides out wide a little bit? Felix, what have you seen so far?
Yeah, just having this, trying to kind of join the session or something. But yeah,
okay.
Drivers in the pits, I'm watching.
This is always live. We always do live streams here, and if it's pre-recorded, then you know that YouTube don't want us to stream. Nicomania on the back of Chain Game. Well, I mean, pitting this early, Felix, that's going to really mess up their strategy a bit, isn't it?
Yeah, you're still going to have to stop again. There's no tires that will go to the end from here.
Except for the SpaceX tires, which I'm developing quietly in the corner.
Yes. That will be the one, but I think hard tires will go, if you pit a lap 5 and put on a hard tire.
Oh, Virgil's out! Virgil has had a big accident already, so the Ferrari is out, and Gilles having a bigger moment now. He's got a 10-second time penalty. I'm trying to catch out where he is. I don't know what's happened to him. I don't know where he is. So Gilles has got so many penalties that he's basically just got a minute added to. I'm fully expecting to see him get black flagged for a moment there, and he has. He's retired for the session on track. What on earth just happened?
What's going on there?
You're not allowed to do that, technically. He's Mercurial. You're not allowed to retire on track, so that's probably going to be a naughty. You're going to get a slap on the wrist from the stewards there. As we look at Honey Badger and Owen All, sorry. And they're all stuck up behind Chain Game Wow, who's currently in P9. And poor the Norwegian driver in Toro Rosso trying to get past the Dutchman in the Renault as DRS has now come to play.
Nolan setting the fastest lap, so he's showing already that the medium tires are quick.
Yes, within 5 laps we saw that these cars start to get, that the soft runners start to lose all grip. Honey Badger on the hard nose has made a mistake. Here comes the Toro Rosso to the inside line, the 30 car jumping over the curb, leaving room though as he tries to avoid hitting the Dutchman. So he knows the Dutchman has a tendency to roll over. Please go and watch Spain, because that was such a good commentary session as well. Now is going to be challenging Volters. But David is going to be passed by Stam into the chicane at the end of the Mistral straight, not Mulsanne, that's somewhere else. Definitely still in front. So side by side towards Senior though. King David and Stam. Red Bull versus Toro Rosso. Side by side, do they make contact? Who comes through first? Oh, Stam's off the road. King David trying to cover off Raikkonen trying to get through somewhere. Raikkonen's thinking, God, this is like the M25, I just can't get through. Stam's off the track. Stam's back on the track, and he's now finally behind the Mercedes. The Mercedes is trying to get past the Toro Rosso now. And poor David is going to think, God, can I catch a break for a minute, please?
Well, Stam and David are having a good start to this race, seeing as they're reserve drivers.
Oh, there's a bit of contact between Raikkonen and Stam. Nolan, again, the fastest man on the track. Nolan has got something in that car, and it's definitely the rich energy.
Yeah, it has to be, hasn't it?
So, looking forward, he's going to think about move. We'll keep an eye on the gap at the top as we look quickly at Mike Bundy and Gasly. Mike Bundy's having a good start as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
He needs a good race.
Yeah, he does. He really does. Looking at his special helmet that is apparently made for you, Jack.
I love that helmet. On board with Nolan now. Is he going past the lead? DRS is open now as he heads towards... I don't think it's made for me. I think it's just made in general. Heads towards the chicane, and Nolan is in front. So Lopez getting ahead of Volters, and Volters, the other Mercedes, making a move as well to P3. So it's now a Mercedes sandwich for P Volters. But now David trying to get back around the outside of Raikkonen. How many times can you err in one sentence? To be human, who cares? As I choked. Raikkonen wide as David stuck out of the inside, and David showing why he's such a quick driver. And I guess that could be a little bit questionable there from Kimi. I don't think Kimi did any malice in it, but he did go off track and gain a hell of a lot of time.
Yeah, he got a good exit there while going off track. Got the wider line.
So Nolan's the fastest man on track as we have David with DRS. This time he's on the attack, and Mike Bundy is starting to leave the racing points behind. He was stuck between them. David to the inside of turn one. He's thinking about it. He's tapped Kimi. Kimi shut the door though. Gasly and Bundy going almost side by side. I'm leaving a sort of silence to see if Felix can see if Felix can catch up in time. But I don't think he's going to be able to because of the amount of battles going on.
I'm too far behind.
I don't want to make a sweet. Oh, Gasly getting out the way of his teammate. There has been team orders this early on from the Stroll team. So Nicomania strolling past his teammate. More jokes.
Already at lap 5. Oh.
In the inside line comes David. He's done a dive bomb worthy of Alexander Albon. The Albon dive bomb. No, it doesn't work.
That's a great move.
But yeah, he got through, and now Raikkonen on power though is going to get back past him on the run down into Senior. Now, does David try and get up underneath the Mercedes? There seems to be some huge lag from one of these guys.
Leaving each other plenty of space.
I can't imagine trying to commentate off the phone. Like, I'm sat here, I look at it, I'm thinking that's so far back to what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, it teaches me that I need to remember to send my co-coms multiple invites. We look at Medium Pilot. Medium Pilot is starting quite far down from what I remember. As Honey Badger is passed by Gasly. See where Honey Badger is, the Dutchman.
We're just trying to see if he rolls the car today.
Medium Pilot trying to go past the Red Bull of Stam, and Stam's driving it like he stole it, and he may have done it. In fact, there's a lot of lag around Stam right now, so I don't know whether he'll be asked to leave, because the lag is obviously increasingly detrimental to people's races to go through turn several. Whoa, big oversteer moment for Stam. DRS opening. As Medium Pilot is going to try it down the inside at the chicane, and Peter's going to sit there and judge me silently.
Well, we've seen plenty of lag from Stan before, haven't we?
We have. Well, this time, Media Pilot's got the run, and he is going to try and go up the inside of the Red Bull. Williams passing Red Bull. Can we have that this weekend, please? As they try and go side by side through Senior. Whoa, they almost make contact on the turn in. We don't know if it's real or not because of the lag from Stam. As David is still going hammer and tong with Raikkonen. They're still going side by side, the Frenchman and the Scotsman. And again, Raikkonen gaining time on the exit there. It's Honey Badger. He's round. He's not rolled it, he's round.
That's disappointing.
The battle, the hatred for the Scandinavians.
No, I like Honey Badger.
Saying that you're Scandinavian, you count as Scandinavian. Stan pits, and so does Raikkonen. Oh. Well, that was an interesting 7 laps.
Very interesting. Interesting to see what the guys in the pits going for. They're going for the medium tire, both of them. So, clearly doing the 2 stops, sorry.
Virgil has departed us after crashing his car. I mean, I wouldn't blame him either. If I crashed my car at one point, I'd probably just walk away and leave too. But jumping from one Williams to another, here's Medium Pilot on the run of his life. He's going to pass King David pretty easily because King David's 6 lap worn soft tyres are starting to die.
Yeah, it doesn't have much pace left in those tyres, I think.
Mike Bundy dropping behind Nicomania as well. Mike knowing that he can't pass the racing point right now. He's going to try and get back at him. Mercurial Caesar with a 3-second time penalty.
Mike Bundy would be smart to just follow Nicomania here, because Nicomania we know is quick.
He is, but I think Mike's altogether quicker through the corners.
Yeah, maybe Nicomania has a lower downforce setup than Mike has.
As I said, through qualifying one, through race 1 this week in GP4, that if you drop a wheel offline, even on this track, there's such a level of dust that gets kicked up, and you just drop further back. I mean, look at the dust that's going to come off Nick's car as he wiggles across, trying to head to the outside line on David. He's going to get past. Whoa, he's tipped him! That's a bit naughty from Nick, and David will complain that was not fair.
Ooh.
So he tapped him pretty aggressively, didn't he?
Yeah, that was a bit hard from him. I think just maybe didn't see him.
He turned in so early to try and get across the line. But so David losing so many positions, that is down to his tyres wearing at an exponential rate. 10 seconds is the gap at the top.
Oh, Nolan, it's just...
Nolan's in Austria right now.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
On board with Steb as he tries to follow Verstappen. 2 Dutch drivers as they try and... Well, I'm assuming Verstappen's Dutch, but I know that people can run different flags anyway, because, for instance, Felix isn't really Swedish. He's actually from Croydon.
I'm from the moon, actually. I was imported in 1969.
They left you up there.
Yeah, they did.
You went up to play in the moon dust. You came back and they were gone. Daddy, why didn't you love me?
That's why the internet connection is a little bit so-so.
You know what? That's going right on the t-shirt pile alongside Tires Go Bang Bang. That really is. I'm from the moon, actually. Praise the Lord. Around the outside of Mercurial Caesar. Can Caesar defend? But the number 13 car is going to have to give in to Laser Law's push and charge in the Williams. Still side by side, as I'm still laughing at the joke. Oh, 2 wiggles, and Caesar's going to get through again. But I think he's going to hold off, and they're going to drift out widest contact, and they're still battling as they head towards the final corner. And what a battle this is. Be it for PC, and who minds, because these are fantastic drivers driving their cars to pieces. Well, hopefully not to pieces.
No, hopefully they can keep them in one piece. I think Laserlord has the bit between his teeth here to get back through the field after a spin on lap 1.
Honey Badger passing Braden. I'm reading the names, but they don't mean anything. 2 number 15s passing one another. as now P. Walters, the championship leader, is going to think about trying to get through on Braden sooner rather than later. He's going to try it into Senior. Oh, it's a late move, and it's still not done. Is he through? He is through now as the dust flies out of Honeybadger's rear end. I think something else is going to fly out of Honeybadger's rear end if he flies again. I think
That's my stream is lagging as well. This is
oh no! You can't get any luck today. That damn moon Wi-Fi.
What's going on?
The moon connection. Are you secretly on dial-up?
Yeah, 56k.
Honeybadger passed by 3 monsters. I love how we're making such jokes that some people won't even understand what we're saying. What's dial-up? I've only ever had Wi-Fi.
That's because we are very sophisticated people.
And old as hell.
Yes.
Little tap from Laserlord on the back of Caesar. Well, you see, I think Caesar and Laserlord were the people that made contact on the first lap. They hit each other, so it's amazing that Caesar's still being as respectful as possible to him. The chain game drops behind the Toro Rosso. Well done to him. The man running a very that's a nice helmet. Ooh, that's Charles Leclerc-esque. That is. I might have to steal that.
Is.
I'm going to steal that. Felix,
how often do you change your helmet?
Too much. I've actually got now you can save the helmets preset. I've got helmets for every team.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's a problem. He sat there thinking that's a problem. As Mercurial Caesar is trying. I also have all the premium helmets as well because as if I haven't spent enough money on this terrible game.
You have too much money, it seems.
No, I don't. I honestly don't. I just happened to. I had a PlayStation card again. You know, I just given one, so I had it in the background. P. Walters, the first man on track. So right now, we've got a. I still can't get over the fact that now I'm what do we call Charles Leclerc. It's Robin in the Ferrari on the back of Ollie. The helmet trophy should be a thing. Yeah, I might make it a thing in my last season. Just make it say, hey, best helmet ever in SFR. Goes to Felix because he has to sit here and try and do commentary with a helmet on.
It's like I'm blindfolded. And on the moon.
At this point, we're going to just move the moon a bit. No matter what it does to Earth, we're just going to move it just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Robin
Throw
in the
me a lasso.
So I just put it in my head as F1 driver, just throwing it over like a church steeple or something. That is the most British thing I've ever heard. Throw me a lasso, I'll get down there. Focho dropping behind P. Walters, as we've completely forgotten there's a Grand Prix on. No wonder the stream viewership just died. Jake getting trying to put pressure on Vittorio Rosso in front, and Vittorio Rosso pitting, so pressure is now off. At what point?
Game's about to be under pressure from P. Waters here in a minute.
The charging German.
He needs to get up the field if he wants to fight for the win here.
I think the thing is, though, no one else in front of him has stopped. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So let's have a look at the time difference. It's 24 seconds between P. Walters and Nolan right now. So there could be a moment where if Nolan goes too far on these tyres and loses time, he could, under pressure from Walters. Equally, if Walters got caught up for too long, he could lose time to Nolan. It made sense in my head. Yeah, for
sure. Yeah, I understand what you meant. Hopefully, the people watching did as well.
It's alright, I speak moon. Tires go bang bang on the moon.
No, they don't actually, because there's much less gravity here.
Well, Verstappen hopefully is hoping for much less gravity as he tries to overtake Sem, and he does get through. And Sem has to drop behind the raging bull that is Verstappen. And David's not far behind either. He's going to come and play as well on this hardcore player. Nolan pits.
Ooh, that's pretty early, actually.
The Mercedes team definitely looking like they're at a Grand Prix. They have a pump full of that random gas that leaves every F1 car in the pits because Codemasters don't know how to program a game properly. It's Photio pits as well. But yeah, you said it was early, Felix. Do you think that we're going to see him go into the pits once more on his hard compound?
No, I don't, but I think he might run out of tires at the end.
It's always a possibility as I unplug my headset so I can actually lay down. That's always a possibility. Tyre life here at France is a little iffy, and especially with the fact that you don't really want to be on those soft tyres for long. And he's come out right behind P. Walters. He has, in fact, been jumped by him. Robin, Chain Game Wow, with the Charles Leclerc helmet has made a mistake, and he's blocking Walters by accident. And now, the three of them have actually overtaken. No, P. Walters back on track. P. Walters overtook when he was off track, and that sucks for the German, as James Braden had a mistake as well. James Braden has damage on his car.
Illegal overtake.
And Walters is going to be screaming at Robin later, isn't he? He's not going to be happy.
No, he's not going to be happy with that move.
So, eyes front towards... No, he's got the heated up tyres, but his tyres are the quicker compound, but older in life. Is he going to be able to get past him?
He's going to try, that's for sure.
So, sorry, got distracted by something on my phone. This is why commentators aren't allowed their phones in the commentary booth. Except for Crofty, because he gets like 2 messages.
And except for me, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah. Just the commentary booth just spikes out of the earth and goes straight to the moon. There's just one corridor. Oh, James Braden's out! James Braden has made a mistake somewhere. I think he's in pit lane.
Yeah, he was in the pits. Retired in pits. I'm not sure why though, but...
Well, he had damage front wing. I think that's more of a, I've had enough of this. So DRS is going to open on P. Walters' car. He has DRS, but Nolan is so quick. But actually, Walters is quicker with the drag reduction system open. So what can the McLaren do? He's going to be closer and closer. Close. I don't know. Felix, tell me what to do.
As you become Scottish?
I've become Scottish. That's the thing, if I talk with someone for too long, my voice will end up going into their accent. It hasn't happened with you yet, though, because we haven't really had time to sit down and have a coffee. So, secretly, I'll be going off to Sweden to meet up with it. I do want to do that, actually. I do want to go on a full, globe-trotting adventure to go and meet all the drivers from SFR and probably get punched in the face by Daniel.
You are more than welcome.
Yeah, you gonna pay?
Yeah, sure.
Again, another Swedish statement right there. Honey Badger Pits. Another Swedish statement. I want that on a t-shirt as well. I'd love to do t-shirts for SFR, but you know, some of the crap we come out with is brilliant. It would just be like me just drawing on like a smiley face and tires go bang bang.
I have a new t-shirt coming tomorrow actually.
What t-shirt?
With a cool quote on it.
What is it? Oh, is it?
It says, "Leave me alone, I know what to do."
Oh, love it. I like Bottas's one they've released as well, as Gasly comes under pressure from Photio. So Gasly getting out of the way of Photio there.
That's interesting. They're not even teammates.
They're not teammates. They are not to say that they would do this, but they are both Greek. So I wonder what that was.
Daniel saying he's preparing his wrist action for the punch.
Mike Bundy is now going to play a crucial role in who wins this race, as Nolan is going to try and get past him in the next stage of this race, and P. Walters is going to be under pressure from to get through as well. Does Mike Bundy pit at this moment? He's wide, and he does. He does pit. So Mike continuing on into the pit lane, and P. Walters now has got to think about getting past Nolan sooner rather than later. Those tyres are really starting to struggle. Sector 2 yellow flag. Mercurial Caesar is out of the race. You can't see it, and it's not enough to make a safety car happen, unfortunately. So far.
I'm wondering if we would to have the safety car, would it benefit P. Waters, or would it benefit Nolan?
I don't know. I think it would benefit Nolan more because of the fresh compound tyres. But initially on getaway, Walters will obviously save a load of tyres. He'll be able to push harder. But yeah, I think.
But P. Waters could actually pit and put on a new set of medium tyres.
He could, especially under the safety car. That'd be good. But who knows? As Mike Bundy gets a 3-second time penalty in P10, but that's fine. He's looking all right. He's on for an okay race right now, isn't he? I want to know what happened to Honey Badger. He's really struggling.
Yeah, he's had a spin.
Of course, yes. Why do you think I keep Felix around? He's got the extra brain power. He's got the moon brain. He has. I've got my intro sorted for next week now. Big sideways action on Mike Bundy's car. Formula 1 secretly going to the moon. Sector 2 and 3, we have a yellow flag. I'm not sure who that is, though, as Mike Bundy is now looking to get past the Toro Rosso pair. So, looking forward to getting through. What can Mr. Bundy do as he looks towards passing first? Owen All. Dan saying that he'll save the punch for Lee now because Lee hasn't seen Avengers Endgame yet, so I'll bring Lee with me. Actually, no, I won't. Lee gave me a coffee machine, so I won't be like that. DRS opening on Mike Bundy's car. Felix, what do you foresee happening in this race? Because it's still not done, is it?
No, it's not even close to being done.
My laughs
I mean, P. Waters keeping close to Nolan, which he needs to do on the faster tires.
He's not just keeping close; he's passing him.
Past, actually.
That's not right. He has passed him. They're side by side. I went on board with Nicomania instead. So side by side, and they do get through. And now P. Walters has chucked at the inside. Nolan with the extra power that the Mercedes engine is giving him. He's going to try it round the outside at Senior. Has he made it through? He hasn't. And now Walters is going to drive the widest Formula 1 car on planet Earth. And the moon.
Yep.
I wasn't letting you get that joking.
No, he really needed to get past since he needs to pull a bit of a gap to actually have a chance to catch him up again.
He can do a further 10 laps on these tyres. It's going to be close. I think P. Walters is going to be in some serious trouble towards the end of this race. Excuse me, towards the end of this race though, isn't he?
Yeah, maybe he's trying to go to the end. I'm not sure actually. This is where it should be good with some team radio to know what they're thinking.
Definitely now. He's got a time penalty, and P. Walters to the lead of the race because something happened there with Nicomania. Nicomania getting out of the way. All four tyres are fine. And now the battle for the lead has resumed. The German in the McLaren ahead of the Spanish Frenchman in the Mercedes. DRS open on Nolan's car as he goes towards the outside line. He's forced the outside line by Walters. That's not the best line to take because Walters has had a half spin. He's fine though. He managed to catch the car. And my voice sounds awful right now. Ugh. I said I was sick.
Yeah. Looked like P. Waters turned in a bit quickly there and just lost the back end.
Oh. You sound so defeated that you're not watching this.
Yeah, I want to be on the live action. I just don't want to. No.
Oh. Ollie All is really getting frustrated with King David, his teammate, right now for tonight. And Mike Bundy
if I was
is
King David, I would let him go.
Yeah, whoa, they almost touch between the two drivers of 30 passing the 22 and the Toro Rossos. They come through Senior. That's not the optimal place to let him through. And now Mike Bundy. Oh, they're still racing though. King David is getting back past Ollie. And Owen All is going to have to drop behind him. P. Walters now with a further 3-second time penalty. And I can't ask Felix to check on the penalties. But if Mike Bundy gets caught up between these two, he's going to be so angry that he lost his front wing between these two as he does pass Audio now. He's going to have to get past David sooner rather than later. It looks to be in a moment's time he'll get through on the Scotsman.
Ollie's not going to be happy with his teammate here.
No, he's not. There'll be complaints. There'll be arguments. And Mike Bundy almost had a reason not to be happy with him either.
Ooh.
They get close to one another. P. Walters, though, driving like he stole it in the McLaren, as he's got to think, I don't know, I think Nolan's got this.
Yeah, I mean, Nolan can easily go to the end here. I'm not sure that Waters is going to do that.
So, now King David looking to pass Mike Bundy. Mike Bundy goes defensive into the chicane. Much closer than what happened between the leaders as they come through the chicane. No touch between the two cars, and it seems that David is going to still be behind Bundy, but he's not going to be there for long. He's gone off the track. He's back on the track, and they're going towards Senior. We'll get a further look at this incident. Oh, I'm not going to say incident yet. They go side by side, though. This further move as Nicky Mania pits from Felix. Felix, what do you think of all of that?
You know, it's a feisty battle. I think Ollie still is very frustrated with David here.
Wait.
Well, there he goes.
So, you see, sorry, I had to see what it'd be like to see what he did. That made no sense whatsoever. I'd see what Felix's reaction would be. But yeah, he did just slip up the inside, and there he goes, straight away through. And this is going to be a fun battle, but Mike Bundy's going to be annoyed with this for P8 right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's used to fighting at the top, so I mean...
Yeah, his teammate though, Honey Badger, dropping behind Gasly as they go side by side through T1. And Gasly has to get out of the way of the flying Dutchman. Flew in Spain, never flown again.
Never flown since.
Well, it's a long season.
It is. There's about 12 races left after this one, so hopefully we'll get treated to another flight.
Oh, 12 races. That suddenly just hit me. That between that we got Christmas, luckily, so we'll have like a month break. But that's hit me. 12 races is not a long time for me to get my affairs in order, so I can go on my holiday. My retirement plan.
Holiday.
I fully expect there to be tears.
Holiday.
I fully expect there to be tears when I do leave. There'll be tears. There should be like a memorial video, like I never existed. Whoa, King
All
David.
Your best moments.
Best moments in commentary because he sucked at racing.
Commentary moments and crashes.
Yes, that was all of my season 2. Just bang, costing Haas a lot of money. What if Haas had to rehire Grosjean? Because I just cost them so much money in season 2.
They needed a quick payday.
Oh. Daniel saying he'll be crying for last week.
Pits.
So Chain Game has pitted. And he's actually come out in P10. So both teams are up behind him. So Bundy, P7's not a bad haul of points. And then again, there's still...
No, he's going to be happy with that.
There's still chances further up. Because things can happen. And I think P. Walters, he's definitely going to be trying... Oh! It has happened! Nolan's gone wide! Nolan has absolutely... No! There's something wrong with Nolan's car! He just completely dodged the corner. What's right? Is his wheel disconnected or something?
Oh, what's going on?
He's pitting. I think Nolan's going to retire. Just everyone collectively holds their breath. Has he had a puncture? No, he's not retiring. No, broken front wing. He has broken his front wing. So Nolan he's thrown the race away.
What is broken his front wing on?
I don't know. I just went wide. I I wonder if he hit one of those, one of the concrete bollards or something. Concrete bollards. If you had a concrete bollard on a Formula 1 track, you'd have more deaths. But...
Yes.
Yeah, so the Toro Rossos again going, oh, Nolan's going to get involved, and the Toro Rossos go battling into turn 1, and Nolan just behind the figure, he's going to think, what on earth are these idiots doing? Photios at a big instant, what's Nolan done? He's just Nolan's crashed himself out again. For God's sake.
Oh my god.
For crying out loud, I don't care how stroppy you are, you don't crash yourself out. At Monaco it was questionable, that was on purpose. God's sake. Yeah. What's the point? Now you get depressed and angry, Jack, for the remainder of the race. And straight away, I'm going to put you in timeout because you do not crash yourself out. Did I put you in timeout? I should have put you in timeout. Yep, there it is. So, Schengen Wild battling now with Oriol and the Toro Rosso pair. These two stuck together like glue, haven't they? They've been stuck together all race long.
Yeah, they have.
And Schengen to the inside, Robin trying to get past David. He's left him no room, and David having to take to the runoff area. And I think Robin has to accept that he has to let that through a little bit there. I'm going to defend my choice to immediately put him in timeout. I don't care. He came in, immediately started complaining about a driver. I don't care. You don't crash yourself out.
I'm going to say something here.
Hello.
Medium Pilot is looking quite good for the win here.
Almost contact between Oriol and Schengen. Wow. So we have... Sorry, I keep thinking it's Charles Leclerc in that car. Yeah, so we have a statement there from our dear friend Felix saying, ooh, this could happen, and it possibly can. Well, hold on, P Voltage has 6 seconds worth of penalties, and Medium Pilot tends not to have any.
And he's also quite a bit quicker, he's been catching him quite
quickly. Gasly's round somewhere, I think it's turn 4, there it is, thank you. Oriol has dropped behind Medium Pilot, and just King David, again, is going, it's such respectful racing, nonetheless, you know? They're so close to one another, that they're so closely matched in the Toro Rossos.
Yeah, they haven't made any contact. I mean,
yet.
Yeah. I would understand if Ollie is kind of frustrated since his teammate is a reserve driver, but yeah, very good racing from the two of them.
Verstappen and Sam going for round 492 between those two as well. So more chances of overtaking between the Dutchmen. There's multiple of them in this situation.
There's a lot of recurring battles today, isn't there?
Yeah, recurring battles. I think it's always fun to see these drivers go hammer and tong as best they can.
Yeah, a ding dong, as you would say.
I wonder where that statement came from. Well, I'm assuming it's like a bell. You know how bells, well, ding and dong. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, but why would you translate that to a ding dong battle?
I think it's like how boxers hit each other. Sort of like, you know, both hit each other like a bell in the way swaying, you know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe they just lined up the bell boxing with Muhammad Ali punching someone. Medium Pilot is getting closer and closer, and Daniel's saying that Mike Bundy's not far away from the podium either. Well, if Mike doesn't have any penalties, he can get closer. As he gets passed by Robin, so I don't know. I'm going to take that now as, ooh, no, maybe not.
Yeah, Shane game not looking too bad for a podium here.
Gasly with more penalties as drivers are starting to struggle at this last stage of the race. Oh my goodness me, is that 25?
Oh, here, Jesus.
Do you have Moon Jesus up there?
No.
Just running the joke into the ground at this point, aren't we?
We are, yeah. No, our god is Buzz Aldrin.
Not even Neil Armstrong, just Buzz Aldrin. Renault looking for a quick payday on their first, sorry, not their first home race, but a good home race nonetheless. They're looking for, currently set for a P7 and a P10. Honey Badger is looking not to roll this time and get into at least P8 as he tries to make the Toro Rosso squirm. His teammate's not far behind. Or far up the road even. So, following now with Tom, he's had a real struggle this season to get to grips with the Renault car. DRS is going to open on his car now. He's going to get a dose of double DRS as he chooses to make a move on Ollie yet. He's going to get close. And then there's David. And they're going to go 3 wide. They're going to try. Oh, he cuts across his nose. The Toro Rosso's fighting like it's nobody's business. They're fighting at the Williams when they're actually left alone with one another.
Yeah.
So, go on.
What a battle this is.
Honey Badger driving round the outside of one Toro Rosso, but he can't get through the other. Oh, he's tipped around! He's tipped Ollie all round! And Owen is going to feel so horrible. As I can't speak whatsoever. What just happened there?
I think Honey Badger Ollie made contact with Honey Badger actually.
I think either way, they just slowly drifted out wide and they made contact.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a racing incident, but we are on the penultimate lap right now. Medium Pilot is in he's in the penultimate. He's trying to look for P1 right now, isn't he? I think he might get it on penalties.
Yeah, it's almost within the second as well. So we might get him with DRS on the last lap.
Questions and answers will be held towards the end of the race. Now the Dutchman going side by side once more through the entirety of Sector 1, and Sem having to drop behind Verstappen this time, knowing that he doesn't want to hit him. You know, Verstappen has a tendency to swing and hit people, as he also gets a time penalty himself. I'm making a Brazil joke. I probably shouldn't, seeing as Ocon's my favourite driver.
Yeah.
One day. There'll be retribution when Max hits Ocon and Ocon hits him.
I think there will be some payback at some point.
Yeah, when Renault eventually get a car that's good and Red Bull have, I don't know, made a milk machine or something.
Yeah, in 2030 or something.
We're both too old to watch Formula 1.
Yeah, when we're in the wheelchair and...
Medium Pilot on the final lap now is going to put the whole world of pressure. Sorry, choking. Let's try that again. Medium Pilot is in P2. Final lap of the race, he's going to want to make a move into P1 as the 98 car to try and get past the 95 car. Lots of 90s in this race, like me and Felix's age. Self-deprecating jokes. DRS is going to open on the Williams as he runs down. This should be a very, very simple move for the British driver. P-Rolls goes defensive late. And Pilot, is he going to get through? He decides not to try yet. He's trying to get a better exit towards Senior. And Volter's a little bit slow on the apex. A little bit cheeky there, but it's fine. No malice whatsoever. And P-Volters is still in the lead. There's going to be a battle right the way to the line, I think. As we have a yellow flag in Sector 3. We're heading towards Sector 3 now. They go side by side. Through Senior. They're trying to get... P-Volters is trying everything he can. Everything he can to get past him. I've suddenly turned into spin from Frozen.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'm very sick. Medium Pilot, he's trying it, but on the road right now, it looks to be P-Volters is going to win the race. He won up DRS. They're going to go side by side towards the line, I think. They are running very close together, but with on penalties, Medium Pilot wins. And King David, King David, big accident! King David out of the final lap of the race. That's a big crash for David.
Oh, wow. Where is that crash, actually?
That is somewhere in Silverstone. He span like a Beyblade. He did. Mike Bundy, P6. Just missing out on the top 5, but wow, what an incident between that. It looks to be that Sem and Verstappen are going to be close together. Well, Sem crashing himself as he crosses the line. I hate it when drivers do that. But Verstappen is going to be in P9 due to penalties. But wow, what a race.
Yeah. The race had everything, didn't it?
Yeah. Now, I think only one of our podium sitters will join us for interviews. So do we want to do interviews tonight? Or do you want to leave it?
Who's going to join us? Medium pilot?
I think it'd just be Walters. Actually, I think Walters has got mic issues, so don't even think we can do interviews tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's that's a shame. It's always fun to hear from the drivers afterwards, but
Mike Bundy just saying that he'll take that in the admin chat, saying I'll take that. But what a race nonetheless. But Medium Pilot is his first win since Bahrain here in France. And that really has thrown the cat among the pigeons because he's been quick all season. But he's finally there, isn't he, Felix?
yeah, for sure. He's, as I say, the most F1 thing ever. Yeah, I think P. Waters great strategy actually for going from the soft to the mediums. A couple of others did that too. Well done from Stan actually for going P7 on from a 2 division higher than he was actually racing in.
Well done to Nicomania. We probably should mention the fact that he's actually joined us on the podium. So, barring any serious investigations, this is how we all line up. Medium Pilot P1 ahead of P. Volson in P2, Nicomania in P3, Raikkonen in P4, Chain Gang Wow in P5, and Bundy is in P6, Stammers in P7, Honeybunch in P8, Verstappen in P9, and Fotio in P10. Outside the points, 7 in P11, Onall in P12, Laserlord in P13, Gasly in P14. Drivers who didn't finish the race: King David Nolan, who decided that he crashed himself out. I'm going to keep mentioning that because he decided to crash himself out because selfish. Mercurial Caesar, who unfortunately didn't make it to the end, and James Braden and Jill and Virgil didn't make it there either. And relax.
What a race!
It was, and I think.
I just have to say it was really difficult commentating on.
Yeah, we'll fix that issue next time. You won't be commentating on your phone, as I need to stop playing with a Pokeball. I just have a Pokeball in my room for some reason, so I'm just playing with it.
Are you secretly Ash Ketchum?
Yeah, I won the Pokemon League the other day, and I'm gonna shake Pikachu around in my pool.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah, well done to Medium Pilot, who actually drove from P13 to win the race. That's a proper race, that isn't it? We get a win.
Yeah, that says a lot about starting on new tires at the start of the race.
Yes, it does. So, props to Felix. He for commentating without any hope of trying to know what's going on in the race. But nonetheless, we're done here in France. We're off to Austria next week, so the whole SFR circus. So pack up and go across the border to Austria. Are you looking forward to Austria this time, Felix?
It's actually one of my favorite tracks, so I'm hoping to have a good one there.
So am I. It's actually the scene of my first ever podium in league racing. Yeah. Season 1 in nice. SFR. First race of the season. So technically, this is homecoming for me.
Yeah.
So, join us next week on Monday night, where we'll be having the GP4 division, racing Tuesday with GP3, and that will see Felix Felix in track with your Haas car. You looking forward to that?
Yes.
I can't speak anymore. It comes to the point where I've just given up speaking. Wednesday night will be GP2, where I'll be driving in P16 again, and then Thursday night we'll see the Premier Division once more take on track. So, is there any final words from you, Felix, as I completely die?
Yeah, fun as always commentating with you.
Yes, it's always fun to commentate with our moon man from Sweden. Honestly, some of the stuff you come up with is just as good as me. I think it's time to end the stream. My name is JB. Thank you, Felix, for joining us as always.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you to all the drivers that made this stream possible, though, except for Nolan, because he managed to crash himself out. Naughty Nolan. My name is JB. Thank you so much for watching. Join us next week for the next round of races in Austria. Have a very good week, and we'll see you next time. Ciao, guys!